Is it any easier to be 100% raw vegan in Thailand, to be 100% fruitarian in Thailand, than it is to be back home in Canada, or Australia, or America, or Europe? No, I wouldn't say it's any easier, because if you want something in life, you find a way. If you don't, you find an excuse, or you find a way to do what it is you actually want to do. So for those people who actually want to be raw, doesn't matter where they are, they're gonna find a way to be raw. Be raw. It's a state of being. It's not dependent on where you are. You can be raw in Canada, you can be raw in Australia, you can be raw in Thailand. There's plenty of people who come over here for the Raw Till 4 festival and they eat majority of their calories from cooked food. There's plenty of people who come hang with me here in Phuket. Exact same location as I am, exact same opportunities as I have to eat 100% raw, and they eat cooked food. So it doesn't matter where you are physically, it matters where you are internally. That is going to determine the foods you eat and the kind of diet that you're living on. The thoughts that you think and the feelings you hold are far more important than the food you eat and the food that you're able to eat. There's tons of fruit around. Tons of fruit around Thailand. Every Thai person could be full-on fruitarian, but they're not because they're hooked on cooked. Simple as that. Whether they're aware of that or not doesn't make a difference. You don't need to be aware that you're addicted to something to be addicted to it. I was eating cooked food for, 18 years of my life. 18 straight years eating cooked food. If someone came up to me and told me, Ted, you're addicted to that cooked broccoli, or Ted, you're addicted to those carrots, I'd say, hey, F off, mate. This guy's a lunatic. So the way certain people feel about me when I talk about cooked food being an addiction is exactly how I would feel about someone saying the same thing. So I suppose maybe I'm not taking the best approach by saying that cooked food can be addicting for some people, or maybe I'm not taking the best approach by saying that I was addicted to cooked food, and that for me I had a cooked food addiction, or I had a problem with cooked food, using it as a drug. But the truth is, man, that's my story and I'm sticking to it, because the amount of people I have helped just from being honest and saying, yo, listen man, I did have a cooked food problem, and cooked food did not work for me, no matter how clean I tried to make it, salt-free, oil-free, all that crap. Of course you don't want that in your diet, but just the fact that the food was cooked, the fact that the food was destroyed is what made it so addicting. So you can take a plant and eat it right off the tree like I do with fruit. Or you can take the plant, light it on fire, and then eat it. And it's a different ball game. It's a different story. It makes people act very differently. It makes people feel very differently after they eat that food. So, to answer your question, is it easier to eat raw in Thailand than it is to eat raw in a colder climate? I wouldn't say so, man. No, because I did raw in Canada for 5 years before I ever moved to the tropics. So, if you want something, find a way. If you don't, find a way to do what you really want to do, which is, for you, could be eat cooked food. Could be to say, no, you know what, I am going to stick to my guns, I am going to do what I know is the most optimal, and I am going to find a way to eat fully raw. And to do that, maybe I'll call up a warehouse, maybe I'll call up the grocery store, maybe I'll get it delivered, maybe I'll earn a few more bucks, maybe I'll make a flight to Thailand. But it doesn't matter where you are externally, it matters where you are internally. It's going to make the difference, guys. So remember that. The thoughts you think and the feelings you hold are infinitely more powerful than the food you'll ever eat. But definitely do not discount the power of nutrition, because if you eat some shitty food, you're gonna feel a shitty mood. Peace out, guys, and keep the vibes high, huh? Keep the vibes high. Eat from the vine, feel divine. You know it's good. You know it's good. Adios.
Fruitarian, living lifestyle. Learn about the benefits and start now. Eating from the vine and feeling divine. Fruit living with nature's design.